Hey guys, it's June Loiza from Dad Smarter Not Harder. I saw this tweet I wanted to share with you. This tweet was shared by Benny Johnson, and in it, it shows a video of Cardi B. She's at a concert and she's singing. And then one of the fans out there is very rude to her. The fan throws a drink in her face. And Cardi B, she's absolutely shocked and she retaliates. She grabs the microphone and throws it in the fan's face. Bam, everything stops. Everyone's upset. Cardi B's upset. It's just a calamity. Okay. So let's analyze this. What does Benny Johnson say? Cardi B has a drink thrown on her on stage. She throws her mic. Two things. Cardi B encourages degeneracy, criminality, and trash behavior. Don't be shocked when your fans behave the way you tell them to. And then number two, the song didn't stop y'all listening to an iPad. Okay, so actually let's put the tweet aside itself. Let's look at the behavior. First of all, I'm not here to judge anybody. That's an emotional response. When somebody's rude to you, what is the emotional response generally people tend to have is you want to be rude back. Okay, that's a natural response. It happens in children as well. If you don't teach your child and somebody hits your child's going to want to hit back. If somebody bites your child's going to want to bite back. It's okay to defend yourself. Absolutely. But when somebody makes fun of your child, they're going to want to make fun of them back or all these things. Okay. So this is behavior in a child that's not able to control their emotions, not able to control their behavior. What I want to do and what I want to highlight is that we need to teach our children as parents, we need to teach our children to rise above it. Rise above the haters because you're going to be better off. Don't let them interfere with you. Don't let them touch you. Don't let them be part of your mindset because they're not worth it. In this case, look, I'm not here to judge. I want to say that. And Cardi B, who knows what was going on in her personal life? She's trying to create a banger. She's trying to have a great concert. And unfortunately, this fan throws something in her face. I'd be pissed off too. I will probably handle it even worse. Maybe I'd jump off stage and try to punch the person in the face and try to make a statement. Yo, you can't be doing this in my concerts. Okay. But that's not the best way to handle it, right? When we're actually thinking, when we're cool-headed, what is the best way to handle this? And the best way to handle somebody who tries to make fun of you, who tries to put you down, is to rise above that, to make them the fool. You can't touch me. You're beneath me. You threw water at me. You know what? I was thirsty. Get out of my face. Thanks for the drink. That was delicious. That's the best way to rise above it. So how do you teach your children that? Well, it's hard. It's very hard. You, of course, have to model it. But the way we're trying to teach it in the household is by using this phrase, okay, thanks. Now listen up. I learned this from Yukai Chow, who's my co-founder and business partner for several companies. Great guy. What I'm doing is when Juniper or Kimball, my 6-year-old or my 3-year-old are here, I tell them, okay, Juniper or Kimball, we're going to practice. Okay, I'm going to insult you. I'm going to tell you something. And your response is going to be, okay, thanks. Okay, so I tell her, hey, Juniper, you're ugly. And she has to respond, okay, thanks. And I say, hey, Kimball, you're a loser. You have no friends. And she's supposed to respond, okay, thanks. And they'll do it. When we're in the mindset, I tell them, okay, be prepared. I'm going to insult you. Get ready to turn the other cheek. Get ready to rise above it. You are better than this. And they respond, okay, thanks. Now, how does this play out? Do they actually learn? I think it's about consistency. I think it's about building that foundation and that self-confidence in them and also reminding them as things occur throughout life. For example, this morning when we were heading out to the beach, Juniper was very upset because I was like, oh, what's going on? I start listening and Kimball had apparently called her a baddie. You know, Kimball had said, Junie, you're a baddie. And Junie's my 6-year-old, and Juniper was very upset. She's like, no, Kimball, I am not a baddie. You know, she was marching around. She was huffing and puffing. Kimball, I'm not a baddie. And Kimball's like having a fun, right? She's like, ha, you're a baddie. And of course, this is what these people want, right? The person who threw the drink at Cardi B wants that reaction. You're giving them that satisfaction. By getting upset and losing your cool, you are actually giving in to them. That's what I want my children to realize. And I tell Juniper, what do we practice? She looks at me. She's still upset. She doesn't say anything. I say, okay, thanks. She's like, okay, thanks. You know, she doesn't get it yet, or it's still practice that she has to learn. But after a while, she got over it. And that's how we teach it in our household. If you have a better way, I want to hear it. But this is how we slowly instill into our children that you are better than the people who insult you. If you react emotionally to somebody who's insulting you, then you are losing and they are winning. You are giving into them because they want to get that emotional reaction out of you. But if you're like, whatever, okay, thanks, get out of here, then you rise above it. So that's what I wanted to highlight today. Hopefully it's helpful to you, and I'll catch you on the next one.